We are back. What we're going to focus on now is actually what chromosomes are doing when cells are dividing. Just in general, let's talk about the purposes of cell division. One purpose is asexual reproduction. So this is the means by which some unicellular organisms produce new individuals. So for example, bacteria divide by asexual reproduction, yeast cells divide that way. And amoeba and paramecium and various unicellular organisms produce, you might think of them as offspring. A mother cell produces two daughter cells by asexual reproduction. So that's one purpose of cell division. The purpose a second purpose of cell division is achieving multicellularity. And that's true of all animals and plants. It's true of most species of fungi and a few species of protists. So in that case, what's happening is you start with a single cell, let's say a fertilized egg, and that goes through repeated cell divisions and to produce a multicellular organism. For example, in people, you start with a single fertilized egg, and we have so many cells we're not sure how many there are. That's how many. It's like 10 to 50, somewhere between probably 10 to 50 trillion cells in an adult human. Yikes. And I just said that. I'll just talk briefly about how prokaryotes go through cell division. Most species go through cell division, a process called binary fission. In the case of bacteria, what they do is they replicate their chromosome, and then the mother cell divides into two daughter cells by binary fission. It's not a form of sexual reproduction because it does not involve two different gametes. We'll talk about sexual reproduction later. Here's a single bacterial cell at the top, and it's got a nucleoid, and one of the first events is that the DNA replicates, so now we have twice as much. We have, let's say, two bacterial chromosomes. One of the key events for division to happen is that a protein called FITZ, which happens to be homologous to tubulin. We'll talk about tubulin, we'll talk about spindle fibers later when we're thinking about eukaryotic cells. This protein is homologous to a eukaryotic protein called tubulin that forms spindle fibers. Anyway, it organizes itself in a region that's ultimately going to be the place where the two cells divide. And then eventually a septum forms, and then the daughter cells break apart from each other. What eukaryotic cells do is they go through a cell cycle, and it's more complicated. And one of the reasons why it's more complicated is because eukaryotes have sets of chromosomes. And like I just said, that's called the cell cycle. So the purpose, or one of the underlying reasons why cell cycle is beneficial, is because it provides a means for sorting the chromosomes correctly. So this is a mother cell, and if we look at this part closely, the mother cell has 6 chromosomes. It's got a pair of long chromosomes, one's red, one's blue, a pair of medium-sized chromosomes, one red and one blue, and a pair of small chromosomes. So the reds and the blues are meant to represent the homologs. So we got one pair that's big, one pair that's medium, and one pair that is smaller. What happens when a cell makes a decision to divide is that it replicates its chromosomes, and we're going to talk more about the structure of this, but each replicated chromosome here is a copy, okay? So there's one there and one there, so those are copies of each other. So we have 6 chromosomes here, we have 6 copied chromosomes here, so the equivalent really of 12 compared to over here. So that happens during the replication happens during the S phase of the cell cycle. During the G2 phase, the cell's preparing to divide. And then during M phase, there's two things that happen. There's mitosis, and that's involves the alignment and the sorting of the chromosomes, and we're going to talk more about that in the next section. And then there's also cytokinesis. So we've got two events going on. First, there's an event where the chromosomes in the nucleus get sorted into two different regions of a cell, of the mother cell, and then cytokinesis occurs, and the mother cell gets divided into two daughter cells. A key thing to notice here is if you compare the mother cell here with the two daughter cells, they have the same complement of chromosomes. They have 6 chromosomes, 3 reds and 3 blues. So these are the general features of cell division. What we're going to focus on in the rest of the chapter is what happens during eukaryotic cell division, with more of an emphasis on how this chromosome sorting takes place. And one mechanism is mitosis, which is used to produce multicellularity. And the other mechanism is meiosis, which is used to produce haploid gametes.